the great thing about comedy is you go on stage, you find out pretty quickly how you're doing. You know, it's not an audition and then a worrying process. You go on, does it work, does it not? And that's the thing that thrilled me then and still thrills me now. You know, if I try a new joke tonight, I won't know if it works. I won't know if it's funny or if there's any merit at all until I try it tonight. And that's what's so exciting about being a comedian. That's the turn on. And I met Stuart Lee and Richard Herring on my first day at uni, weirdly, and they were in the year above me. And Stuart still now talks to me like I'm in the year below him, which is quite funny, even though we're essentially the same age. And you know, there was an exciting scene, and I sort of got into it through that, really. But I never thought I'd do this for a living. I didn't know you could. You know, it didn't occur to me. But that's the thing that's changed enormously, is now that kids know there's a thing called stand-up comedy. I don't think we did 30 years ago, 25 years ago. Well, the car boot was actually the thing that used to get the most sort of laughs. Was this car boot opening, it was like that, and then you close it like that, that's nothing, but through a PA down the SM58, that sounds amazing.
How do balloons work? 1 minute they're small, the next minute they're big, and when you open them up, they're empty.
My big brother Ali.
If it's too hard, I can't understand it.
We just hit it off, so it's just, I don't know, we just got along really well, and in lots of ways I think have a similar sensibility actually. We got along really, certainly in our attitude to work, and we got along very well. And then when he started he did some Edinburgh shows, which had lots of voices in it, bits and pieces, and he used to get me to do that, and it just, but he's a brilliant and interesting guy, because his whole thing is that you've got to work really fucking hard, and he was very pushy. He was very pushy with me about that, because part of the reason I got into stand-up was to maintain a student lifestyle of not having to get up in the morning. Anyway, the next year Edinburgh comes round, and I'd been trying to do a different character act and stop doing the sound effects thing, and I couldn't find anything that worked. I knew I wanted to do a character, but I couldn't find anything that worked. So the day we started in Edinburgh, we're backstage, it's like this, we're backstage, and I said to Harry, well, how about I be a pub landlord to compare this whole thing? Because the show was called Pub International because of the pub band. And he was like, yeah, all right, whatever you want to do, because he wasn't particularly interested. And so I went on, and we did it, because it was in a bar, the show, so we did it that the compere had dropped out, was ill or late or something. So the landlord was going to step up and say a few words to get the thing rolling. And I did that, and by the end of the run I sort of had some material, and then we went on a big tour, and by the end of the tour I had an act. And all by accident, and never figured out, and I never sat down and worked him out, and I like that, a complete accident, luck, serendipity, something, I don't know. And if things had worked out differently, I don't think I'd have stumbled across it. And then the sitcom possibility came up, and I asked Rich if he'd write it with me. And then Rich is like a force of nature. So Rich pretty much wrote Time Jumping Please, really, but would come to me for jokes, and we co-created the characters. But basically, he'd plot and script the thing every week. He was a fucking machine. He was amazing. Really, really incredible. I mean, it ended up turning into something quite different, I think, to what I'd have done if it had been me on my own. But on my own, we'd have probably made 3 episodes and I'd have died of coronary. As it is, we did 37. So you know, he's a Trojan. He's an incredible man, really. An amazing achievement.
Yes, there's definitely no one coming.
Is that the postman I see before me?
No, I'm a hologram.
No, you're not. You're postman, you're all right. Postman. I see myself as a postman. Yeah, this bar thing's temporary. I've got aspirations.
Aspirations to be a postman?
Yeah. Could you put a word in for me, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thanks. See you later, male invigilator.
In a while, imbecile.
What a fella. What is it?
And the thing is we were heroically out of step with what was going on in TV sitcom at the time. Because The Office started at the same time, which is all played down, played for real. It's a documentary, all that. And we were doing a 5-camera, traditional big noisy sitcom with broad brushstrokes and all that sort of thing, and there you are. But you never know quite which way things are going to go. And I still have people asking me when it's going to come back, and I have to say, look, we made 37 and we finished 10 years ago, and it nearly killed us, so I don't know that it will.
You're very jolly, aren't you?
Very jolly.
And when was it you first realised that you were jolly?
You know, I think being on my mother's nipple. I think that was... Yeah.
As you grew older, you realised the other boys weren't jolly and you weren't like the other boys. And then your parents began to accept you as a jolly person.
Yes, jolly, yes.
And then you go into the theatre and there's other
very
jolly
people. Very jolly. And then you come on to jolly people, you know... Well,
lots of jolly people in television,
there are few in the audience, but not on
But aside from being jolly, you're also gay.
Yeah.
Well, Happy Hour. My frustration with Happy Hour is we're not doing anymore because I loved that show. I thought it was fantastic fun to do. I don't really know. To be honest, I don't read reviews, so I don't know anything about what people thought of multiple personality disorder. We had great fun making it, but I don't know what anyone thought of it. It did fine, but I think I was out of sync with what ITV want to do. So you just have to. The thing is most people don't get to make anything, so you have to kind of go, oh well. And we did 3 series of Happy Hour. We did 30 episodes or 35, I don't know, loads.
This is a landing craft, very like the ones that were used on D-Day. On June the 6th, 1944, thousands of Allied troops poured out of boats like this onto the Normandy beaches. It was the biggest seaborne invasion of all time.
And it will be the start of the greatest military campaign in history. A 1,000-mile march to the heart of Hitler's Reich.
I did Road to Berlin in 2004 because I'd been on Frank Skinner's talk show, and he and I have known each other for years, and he talked about, I'm interested in history, so he talked to me about that, and I said, we were talking about tanks and stuff, and I said, I could go on about that for ages if you want, boringly. And someone at Discovery was watching that, and we got the call on the Monday, would you want to make a history documentary? What about a thing where you drive from D-Day to Berlin, sort of thing? And it just came about like that. And that was one of those jobs where you go, yeah, all right, I'll do it. Yeah, okay. And it was great fun. Although we had the whole business of parachuting and on the last day of shooting, because if we had to have the whole series in the can before I jumped out of the airplane, just in case something happened. It was really me. Really, you're getting in the plane, the producer's going, "You'll be all right, don't worry." Fuck off. You do it then.
They are very lucky to be on the bill with T34.
Some of the other bands are going to have to raise their game.
And I bet they're jealous of our outfits.
AC/DC first, T34 second.
Well, T34 is my midlife crisis thing. It's what I'm finding interesting is that anyone's interested. We really are mucking about, and we've played a few shows, and it's not really for serious consumption. I like playing the drums, so I got recruited in this band, and now we've got quite a strong identity with it. And the interesting thing is now, because of the internet, people have got access to things that they really shouldn't be allowed to see. And maybe the band's one of them. There's nothing new. I'm carrying on. I'm keeping going, and that's essentially my answer to that question. I'm only 43. We're all going to have to retire when we're 80, according to the government. So there's a few more years of Pub Landlord to come.